welcome to Totally Blitz podcast. We are live and we got a double header action for y'all today. Week 14 recap coming up. Week 15 full slate picks because we some busy bees this week. But as always, go down and like and subscribe. We appreciate if you're watching along live. I'm Paul Pickawinham and I'm joined with.
Yo, you already know it's your boy Kev Water Voice Boy, aka the Don PY, and always the realest on your screen, motherfucker. And I know you see how happy I am, even though my Falcons lost. And somebody just fucking snapped this week in fantasy, and I'm not talking about Paul.
Uh, Not me. I mean, a couple. I'm looking good. Don't get me wrong, but there's a couple where I got cooked this week.
See, I respect it, right? See, I'd be wanting to do the multiple team approach because I feel like that would help loosen my help loosen the grip that fantasy has me on some weeks. Because I'd be having to check Paul. Because some weeks I don't even check at all. Like I'll check in between the 4 o'clock games, and then I'll check like Monday morning after I like set my lineups. But like there are some weeks I'm checking like every 10, 15 minutes, 25, 30. Right. Every time I see somebody else make a play, let me go see what my team looking like.
Yeah.
And it was so fun checking this week because my team scored like 170. Like that was the most in the league. There was one person that scored 167, but everybody else was scoring like 130, 120. And it was crazy because the number one seed, the dude that got spared through racism when I played him, motherfucking he was on bye this week. But boy, everybody in the league would have smacked him. So he better thank racism that he didn't have to play in round one.
Boy, my fucking fantasy league, I had going into the Sunday night football, I had no more players left, and I was going up against someone who was only down by fucking he was only down by fucking 11 points, and he had Rasheed Rice and Harrison Buckner to kicker. I had nobody left. That shit had like 89% chance to my like 11. It might have been worse. It might have been like 95 to 5 because like Buckner alone was projected to put up 10 and like Rasheed Rice was projected like 14. And all he needed was 11 for him to win between the both of them. And Rasheed Rice only put up 4 and Buckner only put up 3. And I fucking won the game. Like I didn't even like pay attention. And also I checked the next thing. It's like you won. I was like, oh fuck, I forgot. I already threw that shit up to an L. Like I was cooked. And I saw
That's
Rasheed Rice didn't do
crazy.
nut in all games.
Nah, bro, it's always insane, bro. But yeah, it was a great week of fantasy. This week and it was funny because I actually fucked up my lineup again because I didn't put T. Higgins in after he was out last week for the concussion. Me knowing that he was gonna snap and have a good game, J ends up having 2 touchdowns. One of them, we'll talk about it. This fucking one-hand touchdown in the end zone was insane. In the fourth quarter was insane. But T. Higgins, but like I didn't even have T. Higgins. So that's 23 points I was missing, especially since Romeo Dubes put up 0. So you would think I'd be hurt. But once I seen Tony Pollard snapping, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, Keisha. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this game all season to see Tony Pollard snap and eat.
He
Like
did like a
what?
60-yard run on like his first touchdown. I
I,
was like, fuck.
I was like, I don't give a fuck, Keisha. As long as this motherfucker from the Titans is eating, which is even crazy because the person I was playing against had the backup and he was cooking too. But I was like, I don't give a fuck, Keisha. I've been waiting for this motherfucker to eat. So yeah, that was a great week in fantasy for me. I was quite lit. I liked week 14. Week 14 was cool. There weren't that many great games, but there were some awesome ones.
I didn't even play a tight end this week because I have Kittle and he was on a bye. And even if I lost, look where I ended up first round bye in the playoffs, big dog. That's big.
That's disrespectful, kid.
And so the only other reason I didn't pick up a tight end was because my bench is David Montgomery, Wandale Robinson, Texans defense, Michael Wilson. Michael
Oh,
Wilson
yeah.
once again put up 38 fucking points in fantasy football. My bench is the number 9 wide receiver in fantasy football, the number 14 wide receiver in fantasy football, the number 15 running back in fantasy football, Khalil Shakur, who's quietly like top 20. I'm like, yeah, I'm not dropping none of these guys for a makeshift tight end for a game
Yeah,
that doesn't matter for real. I'll just let George Kittle sit this one out. And I
bro,
almost only lost by like 8.
bro, I be watching like teams sometimes, and like I be checking to see like, oh, he needs to pick somebody up. Somebody has to go, and I'm gonna be right there. Like I'm gonna be right there watching, waiting for him to drop him. Like there was one time they dropped. I forgot he was also a tight end, but he had got dropped and then they had to tell the commissioner had to reach out to me personally to be like, hey, Don't pick up blah blah blah. He's it was a mistake that he's on the bench, that he's on the player list this week. But yeah, that's
Fuck, I'm
fantasy, man.
green. I'm
But
picking them up. Fuck 'em.
nah. I be respecting the game. I be respecting the game. I respect. We just like we all respect our commissioner a lot because he's the type of person to see you not set your lineup and be like, hey,
Go
you
set.
forgot. Yeah, your quarterback's on bye. Go ahead and fix that. And I'll be like, oh, my dog. And he takes the time to put out a fantasy recap every week on Facebook.
That's gas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a gangster. So yeah, and then even and during the offseason, every offseason move puts in the chat. So everybody respects the fuck out of our commissioner. So if he says something, we should just do it.
That's how I get the utmost respect as commission. I'm not gonna lie, because I'll be running shit not with an iron hand, but at the same time I keep shit fair, and I also don't let the back and forth. I'll come in, make a ruling, my ruling stands, keep it pushing.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, that's the coolest thing. He's fair as fuck. Yeah, you never feel like you're doing any extra. But that's fantasy, man. Let me know. How'd you feel about week 14? What was your favorite game? Don't you dare tell me
Dolphins
Monday night. Okay.
34-10 Dolphins take care of business against the Jets. I thought maybe they would have a little bit more still like life to them after they're coming off their win, but seeing the Dolphins do what they were supposed to do, like no fucking hiccups along the way, defense balls out, maybe special teams can tighten up a little bit because well, we shouldn't be letting up punt returns. But other than that, like where was this team in the first half of the season? Like defensive
Mhm.
wise, it's just like not making mistakes. I know it is the Jets, but at the same time, we're 6-7, Kev. We win next week. We're 7-7. We're 7-7 if we win next week. We're 500. We can win out and be in the playoffs.
Yeah, especially with the Chiefs who playing games like they is right now. You guys have the same records as the Chiefs. I saw that meme, that favorite Tiger Woods and that one dude with the colorful pants.
John Daly.
Yeah, bro, he has the best commercial on YouTube, bro.
You put
Like,
respect on John Daly's name, dude.
bro, he has the best commercial to respect on YouTube. He was like, yeah, man, I'm showing the daily bet. He was like, yeah, man, look at the daily bets you can make on Hard Rock. And then John Daly pop up in the cart like, yo, did somebody say my name? He's like, oh, nah. I was just talking about the daily bets. And then he's like, oh, no, nobody said your name, John. And then he'd be like, yeah, so I've been making these picks daily. He said, yo, I heard somebody saying my name. That shit be killing me every time.
He a goat, bro. Fucking he would bring fucking Hooter girls to the fucking golf course to cheer him on and shit, bro. Jit was a legend.
Yeah, Jid is a legend. And yeah, I would love to go party with him because you could tell there's a lot of coke involved.
But yeah, that was my favorite game of the slate. I mean, we're 21-0 before the first quarter was over. I mean, that was the ball game basically from there. How about
Yeah,
you?
I think there are a lot of good games, especially in the NFC North. The Bengals Steelers, not Bengals, Ravens Steelers was awesome, of course. And the yeah, I think all the NFC North games are really good. The Bengals and the Bills had a great game, but my favorite game of the week was come
Mr. I
on
sit on the
now.
bench.
Mr. Kevin Stefanski might have fucked up the outcome, but that Browns Titans game was good. Very fucking good. Like Cam Ward figured that out. Tony Pollard running all over the place. I just think the Bills kind of suck. So like I was really not a big fan of that outcome. But it has to be between the Bengals and the Bills and then the Browns and the Titans. Because those are games that just look, they're both in the snow and both offenses came ready to play.
And I told you when we picked the Browns that watch, like, even though the Browns defense should win this game alone, which they actually lost the game, basically for
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah.
But the story, I was like, I just don't feel comfortable with the Shador versus Cam Ward, the whole side of the, and then lo and behold, I mean, it don't even matter because my survivor pick was the Bucks, and we'll get into how the Bucks lost. I would have picked the Browns,
Uh,
and the Browns got
uh,
cooked as well. So I can't. I'm sitting there like, oh, it don't matter. I would have lost no matter who I went with, kind of thing. So I couldn't be too upset. But yeah, that's why that game gave me the heebie-jeebies.
damn. How many people left in the Survivor League?
Everybody picked the Bucks. All six people picked the Bucks. So we're gonna do either a 6-man split or run it another week. We'll see what the overall consider. I said run that bitch another week. I don't
Yeah,
want
I read it
two. I
another
don't
week.
want
The fuck?
275. I want the whole enchilada.
Yeah, I was about to say right away, and then everybody, and then just take the Bucks off the table. Like take the Bucks. The Bucks should be everybody should be allowed to pick the Bucks again.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a. We'll get more into that one, but yeah, that's my take on the Browns Titans game.
That's crazy. But yeah, I think what I don't know what game you want to talk first. Personally, the Bengals Bills is kind of like on my mind. But if you
Talk
want to
it.
go down, y'all about to say, bro, oh man, I really thought the Bengals were gonna do it. I thought them boys was really gonna come through, and next thing you know, Joe Burrow throws that pick, and then Josh Allen 4 touchdowns. Like, there's just nothing you can do about that sometimes. Like they started off hot. They started off with the lead. Then Joe Burrow throws that pick because I don't remember who got it, but it was the most athletic D line play I've seen all week. I've seen all season. Just jump straight in the air, grab that bitch out there, snatch that bitch, and then took it.
I'm not trying to be a Josh Allen hater because he did ball. I mean, he had the 40-yard rushing touchdown. He fucking had the four, like you said, 4 touchdowns total. But people were giving him more credit of like him being Superman's why they won the game. I'm like, brother, fucking 2 interceptions in the second half. Like the defense, yeah, they left 34, but they be the pick six for fucking 50 yards or 60 yards, however long it was, and then very next very next drive after the Bills scored, they tip it up, another one, and I was just
Yep.
like, but it wasn't a ball game prior to that. It was looking like the Bengals are in the driver's seat, and then the Bills made 2 back-to-back miraculous defensive plays to even get themselves in the driver's seat. Like
Yeah.
they were never gonna be winning this game if it wasn't for that.
Yeah, because James Cook didn't go crazy. Like the offense did not look amazing. They just were put in position to eat, and they capitalized. Because the Bills are a team you don't want to turn the ball over against. So yeah, they definitely didn't look great. I'm not gonna. I keep saying they suck. They don't, but they just keep showing that inconsistent play. Like sometimes they have to get bailed out.
I will say the Bills. We'll see who ends up winning the AFC East. Between the Patriots and Bills right now.
Patriots got it, bro.
They could, but I don't. I know they play one more time, and if the Patriots lose one game and then they lose again to the Bills, and then the Patriots and the Bills like win out, I think the Bills low key take the spot. But that's what I'm
Mm,
saying. So we'll see how that final is. But if they are the wild card slot, the Bills are gonna be the scariest wild card fucking team to go against.
mind you, the Chiefs are looking like they're not trying to go to the playoffs right now. So like the Bills as a wild card with Josh Allen with no Pat Mahomes does sound pretty scary.
Going down to Slate Cap, I'm sorry I do this to you, but the Seahawks 37, Falcons 9. And y'all scored first. Y'all kept it close, like halftime. I'm sitting there like, oh shit, Kev, like this is the game y'all wanted. Like defensive, fucking close, ugly, tough nose game. And then the second half kicks off. And Rashid
Yeah,
Shaheed.
that shit was bad. I mean, I think because it's the same thing every time. It starts with special teams. Like we let go the I think it was a kick return,
Yeah.
and then
Opening of the halftime, whatever.
yeah, once that kick return happened, then it was like because like even on the kick return, you can see people jogging on the play, and it's like oh, now you can see the effort. No, they're gonna make because not only do they have adjustments, they have halftime adjustments on their side, they have momentum on their side. Now the morale is down on the Falcons side because they're like, oh, we're gonna lose this game again. Like Jameer Gibbs came in like ready to hoop, trying to hoop type shit first half, but like not Jameer Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, but we just let it go. And like they started running away with it on our ass. Jackson Smith and Jigba cooking us, like they
Yeah,
just let it run away
it was a ball game, and then the shit.
until it wasn't.
Yeah, Rashid Shaheed, former Saint, so you should have known that he was going to come in and do something, try to do his best to fuck up the day for the Falcons. And then I think was it that very next drive or the one after the Bijan fumbles that bitch, and I was just like,
Yep,
damn, yep, like
yep,
GG's.
yep. I'm glad you said that too. I was so that's when I knew I was like, oh, this game was cool until it was.
And we'll see. We're moving down the slate. Keep it in order. Steelers beat the Baltimore Ravens 27-22.
Bro, to be Isaiah like that shit has to hurt. That shit has to hurt, bro. Because like He's stay making game saving plays, and something happens where they take it away. Like that happens to him way more than it should. Like the fact that I looked at when they were showing the replay before, like because at first they gave him the touchdown in the fourth. With because I think it's like 2 minutes left. No, there's it's an insane short amount of time. They give him the touchdown, and then they show the replay. I'm like, oh, he didn't get that third step in before Jit knocked the ball out. Yeah, that's not a touchdown. And they probably replayed that bitch so long.
For
They
like
said
20 minutes, I saw this replay.
bruh, New York had to come make the final decision type shit.
That shit hurt all of Baltimore, bro. There was also another miscue. Like there was that one, and then there was another one where like the Steelers are about to punt the ball in like the third or fourth, I think it's the fourth quarter, and then they fuck up, and then they get the Steelers another set of downs, and it's just like those little things is why the Ravens kind of lost this game, and that's how the AFC North Steelers Ravens matchup always goes. It's not who's the most talented team; it's just who plays more clean football that day, and
Facts.
that's how the Steelers
So
won.
no, it's crazy because I apologize for not remembering bro's name, but I was just at the College Football Hall of Fame press conference, and one of the dudes, he's actually a Miami Hurricane. I can't think of his name right now, but he was talking about how football is the ultimate team sport, and I was just thinking about this week, and I was like, yeah, like you have to be ready. Like one person fucking up can change the entire course of your team, or one person making a play can change the entire course of the game. Like the ultimate team sport. So even no matter like the little thing's gonna cost you in the end every time.
Yeah, fucking, and it's not like it's a four-quarter game, 60 minutes, all that, but like it is not always one play that dictates the entire outcome, but it do sometimes feel like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1,000. I mean, especially in crunch time, but
It's just highlighted more. It's a little bit more
yeah,
emphasis on that one.
1,000%.
Saints getting the first upset of the day with being the Bucks 24-20. Another game where we should have known. I mean, Steelers were upset, but Saints were an upset. Divisional matchups. The dogs were barking here, and the Bucks look good. I want to say they look good. They were winning, and then the offense just fell flat. Baker Mayfield was throwing the most uncatchable passes I've ever seen to Ibuka. The
That
defense
shit was hurtful.
the defense looked bad. Special teams let up huge, like opened the game with a fucking letting up big returns for the Saints. Overall, they just played terrible football. I know it was a rainy day, but this is a home game. Y'all started off like 5-0, 5-1, and here y'all are 7-6. Fucking, it looks bad right now for them boys. Oh, this is the
Yeah,
other big thing. They were 2 for 7 on fourth downs. They went for it on fourth down 7 times. Don't get me wrong, they were on like the 50, 40 yard line, so they were not terrible yardage, but they weren't getting them.
uh, I mean, I'm always down to see the Bucks fail. I picked them, but like I'm always down to see the Bucks fail. I just think the Saints show that they still have a defense somewhat, and like as long as your quarterback can play competent football, like if the other team isn't balling, they can win. Like, and that's what this game showed me how close our division actually is for real. Because like the Panthers are one game away from taking the lead.
They really are. And I think they're gonna do it with the way the two teams, like one team projecting right now is kind of trending upwards, and the other team is kind of
Yeah.
projecting downwards right now.
And then it's crazy because they were blaming it all on they were blaming it all on injuries earlier in the season, but now you're looking at it like,
And are
mm,
looking bad at three levels of the ball. Like on defense, you're laying up shit. Our special teams is laying up shit, and offensively, Baker Mayfield threw for 150 yards. Y'all
mhm,
respected Baker for MVP after week 5.
mhm. Ain't no MVP chance.
And they is the reason why right now everyone in the whole Survivor League picked the Bucks. So right now we're all in the debacle to see what's going on with this money. Jaggies beat the Colts 36-19. Daniel
Be,
Jones tears his Achilles. And and what was I mean, that buddy. I don't know if you saw the clip, but like Buddy was slamming the helmet on the ground. He was mad. Like the moment it happened, you could tell he knew what. Like, yeah, I'm done. Like that bitch just snapped. Jaguars 11th consecutive home win against the Colts.
Yeah, we called it. We was like, yo, bro, I do not trust the Colts when they go into Jacksonville ever. So the fact that these motherfuckers, and then everybody's talking about Indianapolis is cursed because I seen a picture of Halliburton, Caitlin Clark, and now
Yeah,
motherfucking Daniel Jones, and I'm pretty sure they all had the same injury. So I was like, oh, that's kind of crazy. But that's sports, baby. I just look at this shit like the Jaguars, like Trevor Lawrence, Loki played really well against a defense that we had a lot of respect for earlier in the season, and as well as Brian Thomas Jr. Like the offense showed up, and then you had the defense doing whatever they needed to do. Josh Allen getting up in there,
they got a
like it.
safety. I love
Yeah,
seeing a safety. You don't ever. It's very rare. You might see like two all year.
and the craziest thing about it was they could have got it on the first down, but Jit like his knee was this close to touching the floor before he threw it. So when they got it on third down, I was like, oh yeah, them boys was relentless. They said, yo, we getting this.
My question is because they put Riley Leonard in from Notre Dame quarterback. Where was A Rich?
He's
Where?
hurt right now.
Oh, he's hurt. Damn.
Yeah, he's been hurt for a minute.
Oh, from the practice incident, like from like week 2 or something. Like he hurt his eye or something.
Yeah, you seen they just signed Philip Rivers, 44.
44.
Grandpa.
It's crazy. Vikings blowout Commanders 31-0, Kev. This was kind of the game that
Yeah, that made no sense.
whatsoever.
Yeah, like it made sense. Okay, JD Daniel gets hurt, but it was already 14-0, and he got hurt on a play where he threw an interception and he got like pushed out the way. And he got like thrown to the floor while Jet was running it back.
They
So I
just
was like,
they couldn't get the ball.
mm-mm.
JJ McCarthy looked good. Eh,
Yeah.
better. I'll say better. He looked better.
Nah, mind you, we was glazing. I would say glazing, but we was giving Dan Quinn props. We were like, yo, it's a good defensive mind, bro. Like, I don't expect him to get did dirty. No way. And guess what the fuck he chose to do?
Hey, he had 3 tutties, but I just find Jay Jettis has got 2 catches for 11 yards this game.
Crazy.
I'm just thinking like because since he's came back, he throughout 3 games McCarthy, he has under 70 yards and only 8 catches. So 8 catches and like 70 yards between 3 games, and this is supposed to be the best ever in the
Crazy.
NFL.
He's known for being the best wide receiver I've seen.
Yeah, so we'll see how this keeps going. And I'm not gonna lie, that'd be a crazy like trade deadline's dead. Don't get me wrong, but like free agency, all that stuff, off season, we'll see how this shit moves forward.
Yeah, they got to give him a stupid deal, like a deal that'll have him, his kids, and his kids' kids. You should stay for life.
Broncos beat the Raiders 24-17. Broncos get 10 straight games with this winning after beating them. They were in the driver's seat all game. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I was about to say. Don't let that score fool you, kid. The Broncos definitely had this game in the bag the whole time.
Gentry had 30 yards. Geno had 116. I know they benched him. Kenny Pickett threw the touchdown in the second half. Like the Raiders are in no man's land. I don't know how you fix it. Y'all paid Geno all this money. That brother don't give a fuck. he he's flicking off fans. I think he's mentally checked out this season also. So we'll see. They're probably just looking forward to next year. On the other hand, Broncos are 11-2. They're one of those teams. If they don't get the first round bye, and I say they have to play fucking the Bills in the first round in like a wild card matchup.
They don't want to see that.
I would say, yeah, they need that first round bye. If I'm a Broncos fan, I don't feel good unless we're playing some shitty booty team. Because it could be like you're playing the fucking Ravens potentially, the Bills. You're probably hoping the Dolphins sneak in, like no cap. But fucking potentially, if you're not the number one seed getting the bye and you're the Broncos at 11-2, like you might be getting bounced in the first week.
You better pull out some fucking magic for sure. But yeah, I mean, this Broncos team just knows how to do it enough to win. And like everybody does, like Mims Jr. ran back a punt in this game. Like everybody on this team like is doing whatever they can to get the W. So that's how you gotta respect it.
And then RJ Harvey ate the rookie running back fucking couple. He had like two tutties on the day. Packers beat the Bears 28-21. This was a fun ball game. Tied up in the fourth quarter. Jordan Love walks him down. Josh Jacobs gets the tutty, but then Caleb Williams and squad gets the ball, and they have a chance to come down and do it themselves. And then Keyshawn Nixon seals the deal, games sealing interception. Packers get the win in Lambeau, 9-3-1 compared to the Bears 9-4. So now they are top dog in the division.
Bro, that 9-3-1. No, it's crazy because the Bears went from the first seed to like the seventh or some crazy shit. But that
Yeah,
like you
they are
said,
the
that
seventh seed now. Jeez.
like you said, that one is going to be a big deal later in life. That 9-3-1, because I can already see it. Like somebody's gonna be pissed because the the Packers have that tie.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. The potential NFC's wild card I'm looking at right now because they go up to it's the 5, 6, and 7 seed, right? So it's like it's potentially the Seattle Seahawks, the 49ers, and the Bears or the Lions. I don't want to see really. I mean, the Bears might be the favorite out of all those to line up, but I don't want to see the Seattle Seahawks. I definitely don't want to see the Lions, and I don't want to see the 49ers. That's a scary wild card.
There are a lot of kicks taken back this week.
Yeah, special teams has been fun this year. I still
Yeah,
don't like the look of everything. I'm not the fan of it, but I will give it credit. It's been fun.
I'm getting used to it. I'm getting a lot more used to it. I think my team has shown that you have to have good special teams to win in the National Football League because it matters. Like that's the one of the easiest ways to lose momentum type shit. But what game are we talking right now?
Rams blowing out the Cardinals 45-17. You don't have to spend much time on this other than if you have
Facts.
Michael Wilson and Marvin Harrison Jr. is on the bench, like he's not going to play that game, you start Michael Wilson every fucking game. He's
Facts.
put up like 35, 40, and 32 in the three games he's the starter. Puka gets two tutties and Stafford probably still in the MVP race. We'll see how that winds up. Two of the more important games, Texans beat the Chiefs 20-10. Texans playoff hopes stay alive, whereas the Chiefs are now 6-7. And with the Chiefs being 6-7, they're like minus 400 to not make the playoffs. So it's not looking good.
Yeah, that's pretty bad because that was supposed to be the game because the Ravens losing, the Ravens losing was good for them. And if they had beaten the Texans, they would have had the tiebreaker over the Texans type shit. But them losing this game kind of changed the whole entire mathematics of the shits.
Well, Mahomes, nothing's working for him. Mahomes had three interceptions, and they're like, there could have been a couple more. I do know one was like tipped at the line, shit happens, but there was also a couple where he just like wide open guy overthrow, and like he's just they're not getting the magic plays.
Yeah, I've been talking with my buddy. He's a Chiefs fan, and I think he's made the best point. The fact that they just need kind of like they were in win now mode not too long ago. So they kind of need a like a revamp, but they don't need to stop at coach. They don't need to stop at players. They're gonna need new players, new coaches, a new identity type shit. And then he made a great point because like they had a phenomenal offensive coordinator in Eric Bieniemy. Now they have Matt Nagy.
Yeah,
And the thing about it is that like Eric Bieniemy left because he wanted the opportunity to go call plays. So I was looking at the point where he's even seeing like maybe Andy Reid should slow down on the play calling and like let a new younger guy come in this bitch. Because they imagine them finding a new young offensive coordinator in his 30s type in his early 30s type shit on some Sean McVay type shit. You go get him, and then you have him stay on the team for as long as you can. And if Andy Reid retires, that boy could take over. So, like, I think this is the point where the Chiefs have to start looking for a new identity. But I was just surprised at this game to see how well to see how well the Texans offense played. I was like, oh, you guys are playing quite decent. Don't get me wrong, your defense was setting you up with setting you up by getting these turnovers. But I was not. I'm used to them shitting the bed and the defense being the only reason why things happen.
Where fucking Andy Reid, he can they can do that. The other thing, take a page out of fucking Bill Belichick's book. Like when offensive coordinator, like he would Bill O'Brien, phenomenal offensive coordinator. He left the Patriots, tried to become offensive coach. So shit did not work. So then when Bill brought his ass back, they won another Super Bowl. And then also same with like McCarthy, fucking Buddy left as our great offensive coordinator. Let him walk out. Buddy sucks as a head coach. They bring his ass back. Matt Patricia, wonderful defensive coordinator, stunk as a Lions head coach. Bring him back whenever he's done being a head coach and he needs to go win another Super Bowl. Like get the piece, like either go get new blood or go. Bellamy shit didn't work out. Go bring Bellamy back on offensive coordinator side. But I do agree that they need the mentality head does have to change. Shit got stagnant.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hate you for bringing up all those coordinators for the Patriots because those are the coaches that beat us in the Super Bowl. So I'm like, yeah, those are the motherfuckers that coach their ass off. Coach their
Yeah,
ass
and
off
then
against
they go become a head coach, and they go like 4-15 a couple years, and then they end up. Then Bill's like, "Come home, we'll go win
come
another
on
chip
back.
together,
You
baby."
feel me? Yeah, so I definitely love to see it. I think I would love to see a revamp because the Chiefs are not dead. Like Pat Mahomes has been to the AFC Championship every year except
Maybe like
what
two.
what year did he no, he's probably gone every year.
Then our final game on the slate, overtime thriller. This shit was on Disney. The Mike Monsters University. If y'all was watching, uh,
Nah, bro. My nigga Sully was locked in. Sully
Sully had
was
four
locked in.
picks, big dog. LA Chargers 22, Eagles 19. Jalen Hurts, 5 turnover game, 1 fumble, 4 interceptions, including the game sealing interception in overtime, where they potentially could have just tied it up with a field goal. Who knows? There was a
And then
long
went to a tie.
broken hand Herbert carried that bitch. He 66 yards, bro. But fucking, I swear, every like hike the ball, that motherfucker gonna start running. I This is the most I've ever seen him move. Vidal had a 60-yard screen catch. Fucking Omarion Hampton's a beast. But yeah, the defense is what defenses on both sides came to play because I'm not like this was first half was ridiculous.
Yeah, this was insane. Bro, they had a play where Jalen Hurts threw an interception.
It's my favorite play.
Jit got the interception, fumbles that bitch. Jalen Hurts picks it up and then fumbles that, and then the fucking Chargers recovered. And I think Jalen Hurts is the first player in NFL history to have 2 turnovers on one play.
I wouldn't doubt it, bro. If not that, he's definitely the first one ever to have a interception and fumble in the same play.
Yeah, because the only other thing, because you can't intercept the ball twice. So the only other thing is that if a motherfucker fumbled that bitch twice, and that's pretty tough to
Or
do.
got it back, then they lost it again. I could potentially see, but even then, I don't think that's ever happened. Jalen Hurts probably does do it, and bro, it's so funny watching Corey fight for his life because Jalen Hurts sucks.
Yeah, he's been definitely playing bad, and it's crazy watching like the miscues because it's not just on him specifically, but like they miscues with AJ Brown. Like AJ Brown had a drop ball or two. Like Devontae Smith kind of like there were some balls that were kind of catchable that he couldn't make happen. Like there were so many like miscues between both sides that like it's very interesting to figure out like what the fuck is technically wrong with this Eagles offense because there's points where this Eagles offense in that game looks phenomenal, looks unstoppable, not unstoppable, but looks phenomenal. And then literally a couple plays later, turnover. Jit had like I think he had 4 total turnovers, 3 interceptions and 1 fumble.
No, 4 interceptions, 1 fumble, we had five.
Oh my gosh, 5 turnovers.
There's a picture that I saved to my phone, and it's a meme. Where's my phone? It's right here, and it's Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and the coach. And it's like Jalen, please stop turning over the ball, please. And in the and to, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It's like it hurts. Stop with the quote. Stop turning the ball over.
Facts. Yeah, it definitely was a sloppy ass game, but there were so many almost fumbles too. There's probably like two or three more almost fumbles. Because even like the Chargers were turning that bitch over. I just think the Eagles, Jalen Hurts was like adamant about I want to be the most. I want to show you who turns the ball over the most. But like,
I'm Dirty Dane.
yeah, type shit. So yeah, I definitely think this was a good game for sure. It was just disgusting football.
All right, Kev, we made it
Yeah.
to that part.
But before we go to the week 15 and everything like that, I do want to give us some shout outs to specific players because of course Shador did his thing, 360 yards. Christian Watson fucking spaz. Michael Wilson, like you said, spaz. Um, there was a defensive player that went
Shout
crazy
out to the
too.
Vikings for getting a shutout. Get 31-0, leaving a team at 0 is hard to do.
Yeah, in the NFL, very unless you're like my team that's done that twice this season. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Ooh, Tony Pollard finally did something. Shout out Tony Pollard.
And yeah, oh, shout out Tony Pollard, T. Higgins, even Cooper Cup scored.
Yeah, he did.
Saquon, Saquon's touchdown I thought was going to be the dagger for the Eagles when he scored that touchdown in the fourth. I was like, oh, they got this. The Chargers can't bring the ball back without turning that bitch over.
And I will say that is a sign of like their offense can still look great. We just haven't seen that at all this year. That
Yeah,
like that 50
literally
of Saquon. Saquon led the league last year with like all time yard, like 30-yard plus touchdowns. So like for this year to have like two, it's crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, but
But yeah,
shout
this was a fun week. There's some more players to shout out, but like we got to get to week 15. But this was a fun week of football.
and then our going down week 15, the game where me and Kev will be attendance to. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 4.5 point favorites with the Atlanta Falcons coming into town. Kev will be there in attendance live. And I'm I mean, I know we probably wanted to see the Michael Penix show, but I am truly happy that before he retires, I get to see a Captain Kirk performance live on the prime time.
I'm not. I mean, we're gonna see. It's gonna be an ugly game, so we're gonna enjoy this. This is gonna be fun. Definitely. I'm definitely glad I have the opportunity to be there because I actually fly in from Vegas that day. I got to go take a final exam, and then I'm going straight to Tampa to watch the game. Like I'm probably gonna get there like maybe an hour or 2 hours before like we start getting ready to go. So I think I'm very thankful for the opportunity, and I want to see my Falcons win. And I just want to see some good football played by my team because I don't want to lose my place.
Yeah, it's funny because y'all both are entering the game 1-4 in y'all's last five. So this is definitely not the matchup we had envisioned probably 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago. I was thinking more a winner of this game could be fighting for that the NFC South banner at the end of the year.
Mm,
Now it's looking like Falcons are just trying to. I mean, they could play spoiler. That's what if they're Falcons and they're just trying to get their shit together. Bucks, on the other hand, also trying to get their shit together. They're trying their best to keep the Panthers off their heels.
it's gonna be a good game. We're gonna see because motherfucking this game, mind you, we played this game fully healthy, both teams. First, this was the first game of the season, fully healthy, both teams. Everybody had everybody. And that game came down to a missed field goal.
It, I will say, Kirk Cousins last year when he played the
Oh my
Bucks,
gosh.
that
Those
was
were
the
his
only
greatest
time.
games.
That was the only time that motherfucker looked great. So like, as a Falcons fan, Kev, you do have that to hold on to. I'm personally rocking with the Bucks just to keep shit interesting while we're at the game, and on top of it, just Captain Kirk in the prime time always is a scary spot to be in.
Yeah. Prime time got the Kirk.
Then we're gonna run through Sunday slate here, Kev. This is the battle. This is a big game. Patriots 11-2, Bills 9-4. Patriots are 1.5 point home dogs, Kev. Are we riding the Drake May home dog situation, or are the Buffalo Bills coming into town to remind the Patriots that you're not beating us twice in the same year?
I mean, if the Bills were smart, that's the energy they would come with. But I just don't think so. I don't think the Bills they have been I'm not gonna say the Patriots are playing phenomenal football, like unstoppable, like game wrecking football. Because mind you, the Falcons went overtime with the boys like 3 weeks ago. So it's not like they're like the most dominant, unstoppable team. They've just shown that like you can't make mistakes against them. because they're the same old Patriots almost. Like they're not the Patriots that you can just make mistakes and then come back from. So Josh Allen isn't fucking dialed in. They're gonna exploit that. And when they get the lead, they're not giving that bitch up.
No. Uh, Bills needed two massive turnovers from their defense to win the game against the Bengals. I'm not saying Drake May's better than Joe Burrow by any means, but I do think, I mean, the Patriots, Drake May's like leading the league in like QBR rating with 20-yard pass throws. He's leading the league in like 20-yard pass throws, period. Fucking just slinging that bitch down there. Um, and it's not a selfish team. Whereas Diggs on the Bills is very much, hey, where are my targets? Whereas Diggs on the Patriots does not seem to have that. Like he's okay with Hunter Henry, the tight end, outshining him some in games. Like he's okay with. I mean, he don't give a fuck. He's vibing. It looks like so. I'm rocking with the Patriots here just because also I feel like Kyle. I've been thinking Kyle's like the average Joe. I'm like, I know Kyle sees this game and it's like Bills -1. That's a free fucking give me the Bills money line.
I would sure.
And I'm
Hey,
taking the Patriots as the home dog.
yeah, I'm taking the Patriots as well. Dog, starting off with a dog. I'm starting off with two dogs.
I'm actually
But
shocked that I even rock the Bills.
shout out the fucking shout out Daniel Jones. I just seen the play where he got injured, like the whole thing. And Jit tried to get up and walk to the sideline with a torn Achilles. Like that's actually crazy.
But not just that, but you saw when he just smashed his helmet on the ground, like that showed true
Yeah.
passion. Like just love
Hmm.
all.
And he knows this was his time because like that's not an easy injury to come back from. You see Kirk Cousins.
He's on a 1-year deal. Like you get a torn Achilles, you know the Colts probably will still give him a bag, but it was one of those where you're not gonna get as big as a bag.
He was going to get that Sam Darnold back.
Bengals 2.5 point dogs at home with the Ravens coming into town. Once again, we this was like 2 weeks ago. I said, bro, 7 point dog was the Bengals against the Ravens. Do they not know what Joe Burrow does to that defense? And they not only covered the 7, they beat them straight up in Baltimore. Give me the Bengals. Do it again. Give me the dog. Give me the fucking give me Big Burrow Bengals.
I mean, the Ravens coming off a loss to the Steelers in a very tight game. That's their second loss in 3 weeks. The signs are saying Bengals get you the Bengals, K. Bengals will get you right.
You know,
But
sound like you're doing it.
I don't know though. I don't know. I don't know. Something's telling me trust Baltimore because I'll never trust the Bengals defense. And I just think if the Ravens can just finally figure out how to stop beating themselves, it's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, I'm gonna take I think both teams coming off of L. Yeah, I think I might take the Ravens on this one. Just because I just have the Ravens going to the playoffs and they know they need to win this game to go.
You need it for your agenda.
Yeah, kind of. But I believe in my agenda. I think that's what it is.
Okay, yeah, that's bad. Yeah. Jaggies 12.5 point favorites against the Jets here in Jacksonville. Jets, I don't even know if the Jets went home because the first game was in Miami last week. Do they just stay in Florida and then go to Jacksonville to play? I don't know for sure.
I mean,
I
it's not that long a flight. It's only like what, 3 hours?
Yeah, and so and you already knew they always complain about having to get acclimated to the climate and shit. So like, why not stay extended road trip down here and then fly? Who I don't know, but I personally I don't give a fuck about all that. I got the Jaguars winning this game. This if we run it back in my suicide league another week, this is gonna be my pick. I'm locking in the Jaguars. That defense is gonna take care of the Jets. Trevor Lawrence. As long as the Jaguars go as far as Trevor Lawrence doesn't throw 3 interceptions in the game. And I don't think
Yeah.
it'll be this week.
Yeah. I also have the Jaguars, my Jaggies, doing what they need to do to get this fucking W because they're going to the playoffs, baby. That's what they're pretty much screaming to me.
Duval.
Duval. Bro, you seen that song I put in the chat?
Mr. Church. You saw Jameis Winston saying Duval on television as an analyst?
Nah.
I
Oh,
gotta send you
that's
the clip. Yeah,
James.
they're on a bye this week. The Giants are on a bye, so they had him as a special analyst for this week games. And 10 out of 10, bro.
I actually hate this guy. Why are you doing it? Why is that as a sports analysis on his days off?
Fox Fox NFL are the big dogs of the NFL slate. Brought him
Bro,
on.
he need to take the what's the Terry Bradshaw? He need to take his place. I think there only needs to be one crazy quarterback per team per group of motherfuckers
Shit,
talking. But
give
that's
them boys a
crazy.
show, bro.
Yeah,
Give me Winston and Terry Bradshaw together. Fucking.
that's a lot of CT in one place.
We got the Chiefs 4.5 point favorites with the Chargers coming into town. Kev, do we? I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I want to say, yeah, give me the Chargers. 4.5 point dog is crazy. There's the two things that scare me is that like they just had a long game on Monday Night Football, overtime game. Boys might be exhausted. They might be feeling themselves coming into this game. Chiefs, bottom of the barrel, fucking worst time of the year. I just have a weird feeling that they're gonna win this game.
Yeah, I also have the Chiefs. They put in touch. I watched that whole Chargers game yesterday, and yeah, I don't see Justin Herbert like against the team that's going to dial in and make sure that they're keeping him pressured and keeping him out of his way. Unless they like stop and believe in a bunch of quick slants and quick passes this game. If this isn't a game where they're trying to feed Keenan Allen all day, every day, I got the Chiefs. I'm not gonna lie to you. Then it'd be nice to have taken the Chargers, but nah, I got the Chiefs.
Cardinals are 9.5 point dogs on the road, going to Houston to take on the Texans.
Oh my gosh.
Kyler Murray's done for the season. We already know this would be another Jacoby Brissett show. We'll have to see what Marvin Harrison Jr. is doing on if Michael Wilson is a must start or not. But the Texans are damn near 10 point dogs, Kev, and I don't believe in it. Give me the
You mean
Cardinals. Give me Jacoby Brissett to walk into Houston and throw for like 400 yards, and these boys win like a 24-21 type ball game.
my brother, you got life fucked up. I got the Texans. This team is not leading the division. This is a team that needs to get wins to stay in that spot. I think they're actually at the top of the in the hunt last time I checked. But well, now they have a better record than the Ravens now, so they should be in the wild card race. But yeah, I don't see that, Paul. There are games where I could see the Cardinals eating sometimes. This isn't one of them. This Texans defense comes in and is legit. And like you feel me? Like that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, there's been games Cardinals have played well. Jacoby Brissett has played better than expected. But nah, this Texans defense doesn't fuck off.
Cardinals have lost 5 in a row. Texans have won 5 in a row. Cardinals last game that
Something's
they won was Dallas, and now they're gonna go beat Houston. They're gonna let them boys over in Texas know Arizona got the better barbecue.
bruh, this ain't do they?
No,
Oh,
that's
I
what
was about to say.
Jacoby Brisket is saying.
I was gonna say what? I ain't never heard of Arizona barbecue. But yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I respect it. Like if
I don't trust the
whatever.
Texans offense to put up enough drives. Like Jacoby Brissett can throw an interception and go back the next drive with full confidence and just keep like I just think the Texans are gonna have the offensive capabilities to keep up with Jacoby Brissett eventually putting up like 24 points.
I respect the game.
Bears are 7.5 point favorites with the Browns coming into town after the loss to the Titans. I like the Chicago Bears more and more and more. Give me Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams to bounce back after a close loss to the Packers.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I definitely got the Bears in this one. Come bounce back after the L. Fucking you're going against who they owners?
The Browns.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, I like this to be a fun game. I like this to be a fun game because I've never been a huge believer in the Bears defense, even though they do get takeaways. But yeah, I guess Ben Johnson. I got Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson might end up being my pick for coach of the year. Even but right now it's Mike Vrabel as we speak. But Ben Johnson has been showing that he's been bringing life to this team. And even though they lost to the Packers this week, they played one of their normal close games. And like we always say, if you play 50-50 games, like there's a good chance you might lose half of
Those are bars. This is a game where you're gonna test your fucking gut sack. Giants 2.5 point favorites with the
them. Oh
Commanders
wow.
coming into town.
Wow. No, I got the commies, bro. That's crazy.
Taking the commies as
That's
the road dog.
yeah, I got the commies. I don't believe in it. I mean, Jackson Dart didn't play terrible that last game. Hold on.
I'm
Let me
taking the
double that.
commies too because they played decent ball. Other than last week when they just played absolutely atrocious. The weeks prior, we were saying like they're losing, but Mariota is not playing terribly. Like their offense isn't dropping off a cliff. And
Yeah,
I'm
the
I
week.
in no world am I taking the Giants as a favorite.
Yeah. Dang, kid, the Commies have lost to the Seahawks, but they have played two overtime games. One with the Broncos, one with the
Yeah, and they went for two on the
mhm.
Broncos game. Like they could have won, and they just didn't convert it.
Yeah, I mean that defense is horrible. They've been letting up crazy points, 31,
Are you
27,
picking the Giants?
44, 38.
If there's a
But nah,
world in a game where I can bet on a football team in the National Football League as an underdog against the New York Giants, I'm gonna do that
yeah, I
every
was
time.
like, I'm taking the Commies still, but like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants try to win this one. You know, it's a divisional game and shit.
Eagles are 11.5 point favorites with the Raiders coming into town. If 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 I thought Geno Smith gave a fuck about football right now, I could maybe say, yeah, give me the Raiders as a fun pick. No, but he don't give a fuck about football right now.
The Eagles off of two L's, definitely. We got to take them boys because AJ Brown is hot. Devontae Smith is going to try to win. Saquon Barkley is going to get involved. Like I feel like this entire offense is going to come together this game, and this is what's going to piss me off because the team I'm playing against, the number one team in fantasy, he has the Eagles, like he has Jalen Hurts and he has Devontae Smith. And that's what cooked me last fucking time because Devontae Smith, because Jalen Hurts had 34 in the first half. He ended up with 36.1. I was like, damn, bitch, you couldn't fall off a little earlier.
See, I'm upset because I'm on a bye, and I got motherfuckers like I got Jalen Hurts who's playing the Raiders. I got George Kittle who's playing the Titans. I got like some really good matchups right now, and I'm like, don't even matter. I could put up 0 points this week. I'm on a bye.
Crazy.
And so from a 12-point spread to a 13.5 point spread, Seattle Seahawks 13.5 point favorites with the Colts coming into town. This was supposed to be a great matchup before the Daniel Jones injury. It's unfortunate because now it's basically a 2 touchdown spread where the Seattle Seahawks
Crazy.
should take care of business here.
I mean, I think this would have been a great matchup in the beginning of the season. I think recently the Seahawks have been showing that they are kind of a dominant team, and the
Yeah,
Colts have been showing that if the run game can't get involved, there's not shit they could do.
and this was the two guys like Daniel Jones was um in the Vikings and they let them walk and Sam Darnold walked. So it was supposed to be like the reunion of the two people that like could have been the quarterbacks for the Vikings this year. Instead, we're gonna have the Seahawks probably be up like 31-0 at halftime.
No, that's crazy. You know the Seahawks shut out the Vikings 2 weeks ago, and then the Vikings shut out the Commanders last week. That's crazy. I couldn't imagine being in the Vikings locker room. Like I genuinely wouldn't know how to feel about my team a lot of days. But yeah, I also have the Seahawks because this team has been eating. JSN is on a mission to break some type of record, and motherfucking and yeah, the Seahawks have just been balling, and I think they're just gonna keep it up.
Broncos are 2.5 point dogs at home. They won 10
Really,
straight. Yeah, they got the Packers coming into town.
Packers suck.
That's what I think. That's how I'm feeling too. I think the Broncos home dog territory. This is like these picks are kind of a little easy for me to make because I'm like, yeah, it's a small spread, home dog. This is the exact spot I like them. I can see the average Joe being like, yeah, Broncos aren't that good. Give me the Packers. but they're not really thinking like Jordan Love can easily come into this game and throw 2, 3 interceptions, and it's a fucking Bronco ball game.
Nah, dead ass. I mean, I think this is going to come down to like what type of defensive scheme the Broncos come with. Can you slow down Christian Watson? Can you force them to throw the ball to somebody else? Because the Packers are going to score. It's just we don't know when the Broncos are going to score. We don't know if they're going to start off early in the first, play a great game. They're going to wait till the fourth to do everything. Like the Broncos, once they get the momentum, they kind of like pick it up from there. So I'm just trying to see what their defense is going to do to stop this Packers team that can't be stopped.
Very much so.
Mhm. But Michael Parsons and all them boys start coming in this bitch wrecking shit. I'm gonna be so sick. But I got the Broncos.
49ers are 13-point favorites with the Titans coming into town. Titans coming off their win. I don't think Lightning can strike twice. 49ers also coming off the bye. They need to get right because they're still, I mean, they're a game behind the Rams in terms of divisional. And the Rams will get on their game later, but the Rams play the Lions this week. So the 49ers just take care of business here. Rams lose to Lions. They're tied. They, head to head matchups start playing the thing. So I think the 49ers can't afford to lose, and they're going to come in and just blow the fucking Titans out the water.
They motherfucking better. I mean, the Titans getting a dub last week. We didn't even. Oh, we forgot to slander Kev Stefanski for costing the boys that game like that on the 2 point conversion. But yeah, the Titans shout out them boys for getting a dub. I don't think they dropped the Gatorade. They understand that there's a lot more that needs to get done to continue winning. But this isn't the week that I'm kicking them boys.
Bench Tony Pollard by any means.
Mm-hmm. No. Just cheer.
Saints, Panthers. It's in New Orleans. Saints are 2.5 point dogs, home dog here. I might have one too many home dogs, but I have a weird feeling about this game. Saints going back to back dubs. That's how I'm rocking right now. They're gonna play spoiler. They're gonna fuck up the Buck season and fucking up the Panther season. Their defense, you kind of hit it on whenever we made the recap. They still have a solid defense that shows up here and there. I continue to doubt Bryce Young. It continues to make me look foolish, but I'm gonna do it again.
Victor, you can doubt that boy because he is doubtful. He does play a doubtable style of football, I guess. But the Panthers coming in this bitch playing dead deep. I think the Panthers defense is something that people don't talk about much. So as long as they can get the run game going and play decent defense, they can ball out and win this game. But yeah, I think you might just need to put some more respect on the Panthers all around team because they have a squad. They have a squad that plays decent in games that you wouldn't expect them to. So in the game that they need to, I think they got it, especially with the playoffs being around the corner. It'll probably be like the first Panthers team to make the playoffs in like 5+ years.
Yeah, hey, that would mean because that means that would make it 4 games were split on Bucks, Falcons, Bengals, Ravens, Cardinals, Texans, and Saints, Panthers.
Nice. I think we chose a lot of dogs. A lot of dogs this
Well,
week.
we got two decent sized spreads here, so we'll see if we got any dogs. But the Rams are 5.5 point favorites at home with the Lions coming into town. The Lions need to win this game because they're outside the playoffs right now. They're 8-5. They're a game behind the Bears. The Bears potentially are gonna have an easy matchup to win against the Browns. So like Lions need to win this game. It's just unfortunate it's against Super Bowl favorite as it sits, MVP favorite as it sits, in the Rams and Matthew Stafford.
I mean, they knew the schedule before the season started. Like those games that you were supposed to win, you sort of fucking did that. So you can't come into this team like ready to fucking. I love the Lions, my Lions, but you can't come in this bitch thinking like, damn, bro, what was us? Nah, bro, y'all got to come in ready to hoop. And I think this game's gonna be spectacular. I actually do think this is gonna be an awesome game. I think it's gonna come down to the end because
Also remember Jared Goff versus Sean, like former team Matthew Stafford, like former team versus former team.
it's always funny because the first year that they did that, like Matthew Stafford was fucking the boys up, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm rooting for y'all still. Like, the best of luck to you." But like that was a couple years ago. Like he don't know them niggas now. I don't know who that these niggas is. He better pull up and go bust their ass. So I got
It's
the
true.
Rams. I got the Rams and Matthew Stafford to put on an MVP performance.
Yeah, I'm taking the Rams too. I won't be shocked if this is gonna be a close shootout, fun game, but I'm taking the Rams. They're my Super
Mhm.
Bowl pick right now as it sits. Their MVP pick as it sits. It's hard. I mean, just put up
Yeah,
45 last week. Made it look easy.
facts. But
Cal, oh, what's up?
before we get into the next game, we forgot to. There's some things I keep forgetting, bro. So those Jets uniforms weren't tough,
But fuck the Jets. I spit on them uniforms.
bro. I'm just saying, bro. You come out with like a raw ass player that used to play for the Jets in those uniforms. I'm copping it. Like a Revis jersey in that uniform, the all black with the little white.
Man,
That
but
feels
when the
kind of tight.
Rams had that dark uniform, you wasn't a fan.
Nah, that wasn't even black. That was dark blue. That was the darkest of blue. Like that shit was
Midnight,
trash.
baby.
What sky is blue at midnight?
Now the Jets put it on, and you all of a sudden thinking it's some hot shit.
I ain't gonna lie. Me one. That was kind of fire. I ain't gonna lie. That shit had me thinking like I could put together some fits with that one. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like they still have Sauce Gardner kid. I don't know. I'd have to cop move.
No, but the Mitchell was tough, but that's the only thing they won that day.
Yeah, that's it. They just want to cop. They pulled up. They pulled up the school fresh as fuck, but they didn't. They definitely didn't bring any books in the book bag.
Nothing, bro.
Yeah. And then the last thing I want to bring up is with the fucking Ravens, bro. I'm so tired of these niggas. Cause like it'd be one thing that they be losing, and it'd be one thing that there's always some controversial shit a lot of these games. But they're just so good at getting in the red zone or getting driving down on teams and not finishing. And that shit has been pissing me off all season. And they be going for fourth. Like you know, I hate the team that loses and doesn't go for their field goals.
Yeah,
And they
leave it
don't be doing
alone.
shit.
I hate teams that do that. That's why when the Bucks lost to the Saints, it's not only that they lost to a team you shouldn't lose to, but they were 2 for like 8 on fourth downs. It's like, bro, just fucking stop. Just
Yeah, like
stop.
get right, brother. Like
Your
lock
quarterback is
in.
150 yards. What makes you think you're going to convert this? Like, y'all offense is not
Facts.
working.
Maybe that's a lack of trust in defense.
But let's round out our Sunday and Monday nights here with the Cowboys, 5.5 point favorites with the Vikings coming into town.
How is this a Sunday night game?
It was supposed to be fun and cool at one point, but I think the Cowboys look good here. I hate JJ. He puts on one good performance. Not even good. He put up like 150 yards, but he did have 3 touchdowns. Maybe he looks better against this Cowboys defense. I don't know. But Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Jake for this offense puts up the points. Sunday night, and they're at home. It's in Dallas, which is a big deal for the Cowboys. And I think a home Dallas team takes care of business every time.
Yeah, especially on primetime. Damn, what if they got three back-to-back primetime games? They had Thanksgiving, Thursday night, and now Sunday night.
Yeah, they had Thursday night like, on the Thanksgiving at the Chiefs game. It was the Lions Sunday night football.
No, Lions was Thursday night.
Oh yeah, they had back to back Thursday night games, and then yeah, this will be and then Sunday night.
Jerry Jones, that motherfucker.
Yeah, it's a fucking America's team, and they're gonna take care of business. They're gonna be 7-6-1. They're probably not making playoffs this year, but they're gonna at least finish out strong.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they do though. They still have to sell tickets. So they're gonna be like, if there's a team they can bust their ass, they're gonna bust their ass.
Brother, and they got the Christmas game on Thursday Christmas game. So
Crazy. Crazy. Jerry Jones is a monster.
against the Commanders.
Jerry Jones is a monster.
He must be stopped. Then our last game here, Kev, Monday night. We've been waiting all week for this.
Have we?
Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers are
Yes, we.
3 point favorites with the hottest team in the NFL,
Who?
the Miami Dolphins.
This
Off
nigga got my ass.
4 straight dubs, Kev. 4 straight of them things. Going into Pittsburgh, Akashire, 20 degrees, gotta be cold. So they're already saying what they saying. It's cold weather. Two of them boys ain't gonna be able to do nothing.
He just wanted
Jalen
40 degrees last week.
Ramsey, Jalen Ramsey's ass is fucking now a Steeler. Mika Fitzpatrick's now a Dolphin again. We got some familiar faces going up against each other here. We're 3-point dogs on the road, Kev. Let me know. Are you with me or you against
I don't know. I'm not kind of waiting for you to see if you saw me because I think this game can go either way. And I'm remember the first time I ever lost $100. Probably the reason why I don't sports bet because I lost $100 betting against you on the Dolphins and Steelers. So ever since then, I always like kind of weird these matchups.
I will say I am a little nervous. It's a prime time game. When all eyes are on the Dolphins is when we typically crumble. And it's like big games where momentum's finally in our favor. And it's like, fuck, maybe it's a moment people start thinking maybe the Dolphins are a little bit legit. And then also we play somebody on primetime television or it's cold or whatever, and they look absolutely terrible. And it's like, nah. And then it's like, I'm fighting for my life all night. I swear, that's why I know it's so bad because every time it's a night game, we're the only team on television. I'm fighting for my life in like 4 different chats every time. And I just want this week to be different. Honest to God, I'm not even gonna be talking no buku shit. I'm picking the Dolphins, but I'm not gonna be piping. I'm not making no noise. We just need to lock in, focus, get this win, and if we're 7-7 come Monday night / Tuesday morning, I'm gonna be a happy camp.
Yeah, I mean this.
Because
I mean
historically
it's.
speaking, we lose these games from my point of view.
I think it's funny because there was like I feel like 8 weeks ago you kind of was you ever see that meme? They'd be like, a week ago you told me it was all over. Now you're telling me things. Now you're telling me things is up. You guys are back up. What
Yeah,
changed?
we up.
Yeah, like I think that was our conversations on this podcast about the Dolphins like 8 weeks ago. He was like, Kev, I'm fucking done with these niggas. And I'm like, I don't know, brother. Tua just trying to feed his family.
We
Let the
were
man
one
feed
and
his
six.
family.
I was saying this probably.
I was like, yo, bro, let the man feed his family, bro. He's just trying to do his thing. So oh, this game can definitely go either way. But to keep things interesting, I'm gonna take the Steelers.
In Akershire Stadium,
What is Akershire?
or is it Akershire? That's the new Akershire Stadium is the name of the field. It's not Heinz Field anymore. It got bought out.
Crazy. I didn't even
Yeah,
know that. In this whole season, it's been Akershire.
yeah. It's one of those things where no one really talks about it much.
Yeah, that's one of those like they lost the contract type shit.
Yeah, it's like when Staples Center was no longer Staples Center, but people still call it Staples Center.
Oh yeah, the crypto arena.
Yeah, but
It's yeah, that's funny. So yeah, I got the Steelers, but I'm rooting for the Dolphins as well. I just want to make things interesting.
all right. Well, shit. Once again, y'all didn't hear already. We'll be there Thursday live at the game for the Falcons
Mhm.
Bucks. That's why we had to do the little extended one. Oh, it's okay.
Before we go, I'm gonna let you. You can finish talking about how the Falcons gonna beat the Bucks Thursday night, and you're gonna watch it live and everything like that. You can finish that, but we gotta talk Brett Stefanski and the way that he's motherfucking just making my dog Shador look crazy. I didn't want to make it a big deal in the beginning because I feel like we could have went on a 15, 20 minute tangent, and we had a lot of things to cover. But I do want to talk about like, yo, because you made the greatest point ever in the chat.
When he made Baker look so mid. And I'm not saying Baker looked great last week, but like Baker was looking like what JJ McCarthy is doing right now. Like someone you're like, we're not winning because of this guy. It's just, you know what? And then Baker gets to the fucking 3 different teams and he finally gets to the fucking Bucks. And it's like, oh, fuck, this guy can throw for three. This is Oklahoma Baker. This is what we were
Yeah.
waiting for.
You put him in a system where he can be himself. Like you could tell, like when he was playing for the Browns, he definitely wasn't allowed to like open up and really do everything that he wanted to do. And once you put him in a system that he can do that, he ate. And I think that's what's happening with Shador right now. Cause like, what sense I gotta go watch the press conference and see what sense did I make to take him out during that 2 point conversion? That went fucking terrible.
I understand the whole it's a wildcat 2 point conversion. I've seen teams do on the 1 and 2 yard line do wildcat formations with it, but like at that moment, your quarterback's throwing for 3 something yards. You just let him, even if he doesn't make it, just this is a you just even if you if like big picture wise, fuck the game, winning this game. You let your young quarterback take that throw, and either he makes it or he doesn't, and he learns from it.
Facts. And like I'm watching the highlights right now as we speak, and it's just like, yo, this team was eating, and he was doing all this shit in the snow.
Quinton Junk, I can understand the fact Wildcat. They probably haven't like defense is probably like, oh fuck, like what are they gonna do? Oh, they're probably gonna run it, and you're trying to catch them off like some on some loopy shit like we're gonna fake run with Quinton and have him throw. But when it don't work out, the whole world's looking at you like, why did you bench your quarterback who had 300 something yards? You said he'll be the starter for the remainder of the season. He's young. He needs these real game moments to actually get better. It looks crazy, and it's already prior to the season and after the draft. Everyone already felt like the agenda was against him and the NFL black. It's just already like you didn't help the narrative if for people who didn't believe that.
Yeah, and like that's the guy. Like you could tell he picks and chooses. Like, because I also like was looking at the because I was looking at why was Dylan Gabriel so like so glazed. And then I was looking like, oh, he was glazed before they even drafted him. Like they out of all the starters, they let him get extra reps. And then they were showing like connections between like his agents. His agent is the same agent as the in as Dylan Gabriel's college quarterbacks agent. Like, so there's little things that you kind of possibly could have found like a connection or two. But like genuinely, he just looks like a person that he picks his guy. Like that's why Joe Flacco was balling. He picks his guy and he puts them in positions to win. Versus like should like Baker, you was looking like we was watching Baker play and thinking like, yo, why is Nick Chubb not in the game? And like you can see now, like he's kind of doing similar things to Shador. So like I don't know. I'm not saying but I'm a firm believer in Kevin Stefanski, two-time coach of the year, and he's taking some
Shoot
pretty
him.
shitty Browns. He's taking some pretty shitty Browns teams to the playoffs. But it's looking like the mentality might have to change because it's way easier to fire a coach than just to fire a player. But mentality needs to change, culture needs to change if they actually want to be a winning team.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm not biggest Stefanski fan, but I'm also like you said, those last couple of accolades, like 2-time coach of the year, some shitty Browns teams that probably shouldn't, and the fact the Browns weren't shit before Stefanski. And how does it look if you fire him and they go back to not being shit for like the next 20 years?
Yeah, because they were shitty.
Forever. Like like they
Yeah.
won a playoff game since then. But yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how that plays out. Maybe I'm glazing Shador a little too much. But you see the watch on the wrist. We put in the pose up every Sunday.
I just took my bracelet off. But yeah, you see it. But
You know what I'm
we
saying?
appreciate everybody for watching along. It was a long one today. Recap with picks. We'll be back next week. We got some real life things going on. We'll keep y'all updated. But as always, go down, like, and subscribe. Comment all your picks, all your thoughts. I'm Paul. Pick and win them. Kev, water.